Hey bakers, welcome back. Today we're going to be making a Tres Leches Cake, and it's going to be from a box. So I got this one, vanilla from Betty Crocker. So, okay, so let's get started. So we're going to need a 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and if you can buy this brand, they have it at Walmart or Target. And a cup of water, 3 eggs, and half a cup of oil. And of course, you have to follow the directions. I'm following the directions in the box. Okay, so let's get started. All right, guys. So I'm going to start making the batter for the Tres Leches Cake. And so we're going to need a cup of water, half a cup of oil, a teaspoon of vanilla, and 3 eggs. And make sure your pan is already buttered. As you can see, mine is already buttered. And if you have a smaller one, that'll be fine. And if you have a big one, that's fine too. So let's get mixing this now. Let's start mixing this. So we mix it till it's all mixed, and we are going to add it to our glass pan at 350 for 33 minutes. And then once our cake is done, we are going to start putting it together. So when the cake is done, I'll come back and show you guys our next step. All right, see you soon. Okay guys, so I just took out my cake from the oven and it cooled down already. So now we are going to take off a little bit of the top, the layer top. With a knife, you're gonna try to get as much as you can off of the cake. You know, just slowly trying to get all the parts you see here that I'm trying to take off, and then you just grab it like this and you put it in a plate or whatever you have next to you, and slowly take this off, because we are going to start right now. As soon as I'm done with this, we are going to poke some holes in the cake. And don't worry how your cake comes out, because it's going to be covered in milk, so it's okay. So I hope you guys do try this recipe, because it's very good. It's so delicious. You won't regret making this. Okay, so as you can see, I'm trying to get as much as I can. If you have like a smaller knife, or whatever you have that's small, that's gonna fit in your pan. And if it's still a little warm, it should come off slowly. You won't have a hard time taking it off. Sometimes when you let it cool down too much, you have a harder time taking off the pieces of cake. Okay, so there you have it. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab one of these, or if you have a fork, and just make some holes. Just make some holes in your cake. Doesn't matter how you make them and how big you make them. Just make, holes. Just with a fork or whatever you have. I prefer using a fork, but to have this here in my hand. Okay, so now we're going to add the Tres Leches, which is going to be half and half evaporated milk and sweet condensed milk. A can of each one, and 2 cups of half and half. I don't like having these already open because you want to make sure that your cake is going to come out good and have it ready by the time everything is done. Then you should open your cans. Okay, so now we're going to mix this. We're going to mix it and mix it until everything is mixed together. Okay, so now we are going to pour it in our cake little by little, starting on one side and finishing on the other side. And then you do it again, repeat again. And this cake has to be in the refrigerator overnight, so the next day you can eat it, because you can't eat it right now. It has to be refrigerated for at least 6 to 10 hours or till the next day. And then once it's all, you're going to cover it up. You see why I tell you that you have to make some little holes in there so you can pour the milk in there. Okay, so now I'm going to grab some foil paper and cover it and put it in the refrigerator. If you decide to make this early, check it out about 5 hours, and you're going to see how fast it's gonna go into the bread. It's going to consume all the milk that we're putting. So we're going to cover it up, and like I said, we're going to put it in the refrigerator. Okay guys, so I made one yesterday, an extra one, because I wanted to show you guys the results of this cake. So I used a smaller pan. The other one was, if you notice, it was a larger one, but this is a smaller one. So there you have it. See, look. So now we are going to make the frosting for this cake. And also I made little jars of Tres Leches Cake. So right now we're gonna put some frosting in here too. So if you can see, look at, let me show you guys. You see that? I mean, look at that. I mean, it's not, falling out because it's already, the milk already consumed in there. Okay guys, so now I'm gonna make the whipping cream. I'm gonna use half and half, the whole thing. And this is 1 pint, which is 16 ounces. So I'm just gonna whip it. And we're gonna put 1/4 of a cup of sugar in your mixer with your whipping cream, and also a teaspoon of vanilla. A little at a time. So I'm going to add my 1 teaspoon of vanilla to my whipping cream. Okay, so my whipped cream is already ready. So now I'm gonna add it to my bowl. To my cake. Just gonna add the whole thing. And then we're gonna spread it. For those of you that wants to try it, I mean, I want to try it and make it in chocolate also, out of the box, see how it turns out. I'm sure it's going to be delicious also. By the way, I'm making this cake for my sister who works for Crystalline in LA. Okay, so now I washed some blackberries and some raspberries, and I'm going to decorate my Tres Leches cake. And you just decorate it however however you want. But like I said, this is an amazing cake, so I do really hope you guys do make it. And please send me pictures if you do. I would love to know how it turned out. I hope you guys like it and subscribe to my channel. And give me a thumbs up. Just don't watch the chat for me making this. Make sure you subscribe and you give me a thumbs up. Well, there you have it, guys. I hope you guys like it. Alright guys, so I'm gonna try it. Moment of truth. Let's see. Oh my god. So delicious. It came out amazing. Oh my goodness. Try it. Try it and let me know how it turns out. Please try chocolate or vanilla or strawberry, whatever flavor you want to try the Tres Leches with. And remember guys, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you for watching. See you next time.